Sorry, it's a few people.
We've had a few people.
Just outside Seabrook. How's the campaigning going?
It's been a really, really good morning. We've covered a lot of ground, which is always important when you're canvassing, but more importantly, we've met a lot of people that actually we didn't have much information on, and they have been overwhelmingly positive. They've been overwhelmingly Labour voters, both in the national election, whenever that's called, very clearly supporting Carl Morris, and also for the local elections. And the message they're giving us time and again on the doorsteps today was that Grays is a tip, that it's dirty, there's litter everywhere, drink cans, etc, etc. And as you walk through the town, you really clearly see it. These streets look as though they haven't been swept for months. It's a disgrace.
You mentioned that, I'm out and about in this borough from April to Corring every single day and have been for 2 years. And it's not my imagination, is it, over the last few months? This point that you're making has been...
No, it's clearly not your imagination, and it doesn't matter where you go in the borough, whether you're in East and West Tilbury with litter in the hedgerows all over the place, whether you're in Tilbury going down towards Tilbury Fault, the little gullies there absolutely full of fly tipping. You look in the back alleys, fly tipping everywhere. And when people actually want something done about the fly tipping, outrageously the council says, yes, we'll come along and take it, but we're going to charge you for it. Now, we've really got to get a grip with this, and that's one of our priorities locally, would be some sort of spring clean as soon as we can after we take control in May, because the borough really needs it.
But this is not a James Stewart movie out campaigning, people wanting to make you cakes and tea. You must have criticisms out there on the doorsteps. What are the criticisms?
Criticisms have mainly been on the national level. People are suffering because we're coming through what has been a horrendous economic downturn. So people are worried about their jobs, they are worried about the state of the foreseeable future. We have candidates that are a real mix. We had a guy here with us, Mick Rankin, who's standing for us in Little Thurrock Blackshots. Mick is 18 years of age, full of life, full of enthusiasm, full of ideas. We have people that are more experienced, for instance Wendy Curtis, who's standing over in Bellas. Wendy's been about for a long time, a well-known community activist who brings something different. In Grays Thurrock, we've got Mike Stone, who currently chairs the Orchards Forum. Mike isn't really a political animal. Mike is getting involved because of what he sees happening day in, day out in his borough. And actually what tipped him over the edge was the cutting the funding to Engage and the council's decision to try and build housing on car parks in his ward. That's what's got him enthused. And Martin Healy, Martin's been around the block, he's been a councillor before, he will slot really well into a Labour team. He has a